Alright guys, I got a new solenoid today, a Tractor Supply, and I've got that installed, and I'm going to see if I've got a key switch that might work today. So I got my jumper pack hooked up here, and I'll hit the key and we'll see what happens. Yeah, it's cranking. Now we've got to get the spark tester and see if we got any spark. No spark. I guess we'll pull the points and clean them up and start with that. Alright, I got the points out, and someone put these crappy Chinese points in this thing. And these things are totally shot, so I've got a couple pairs of brand new Kohler points on my shelf, so I'm actually going to put one of them in and see what we got, because these things are beyond cleaning up. Don't ever buy crappy Chinese points, they suck. Alright, I got the brand new Kohler points installed and gapped, and now I'm going to check that spark again, and we'll see what happens this time. Oh baby, got some sparking. I'm amazed. So I'll put that points cover on, and I'm going to pour a little gas in the spark plug hole and see if it will fire up for a second. And before I try to fire it up, I figured I'd look at the throttle, and it's frozen solid here on the carb. So I don't want to try to start it when the throttle is set at wide open. That's probably not the smartest thing in the world to do. So I'm going to try to free up this throttle. Man, it's locked tight. I think I might end up taking the carburetor off here and trying to put it in my dunk tank overnight. But you know what? I'm just going to put a little bit of gas in the carb anyways, because again, like, it's only going to run for 2 seconds on a drop of gas. So I guess the carburetor is irrelevant to that equation, but we'll try it. All right, let's see what happens. I put some gas in there and we'll hit the key and see what happens. Yeah, it wants to run. Yeah, this thing's going to be a runner, man. I just got to get that carb straightened out, and this thing will be a runner in no time flat. That's awesome. I can't believe it. Actually, I can. It's a Gravely, so it doesn't surprise me. Alright, guys. I will take the carb off, and we'll put it in the dunk tank tonight and see what happens tomorrow. Well, this thing is pretty rusty. It's got a Fram air cleaner. That's totally shot. A little bit of rust inside the air cleaner housing. If we look in the carburetor, the choke plate is frozen solid, and the throttle plate is frozen solid. We even got some crap gasket here that's worthless. And so what I'll do is I'll take this plate off here for the air cleaner. I'll take the bowl out. I'll take the needles out. And we'll let this thing soak in the dunk tank tonight. And worst case scenario, I actually have a spare carb that's off a 10 horse of the same vintage sitting around my floor. But I think this one will free up. I've seen worse. Well, I got the bowl off, and it's really not that bad inside this carb. It looks pretty clean. It's just all these rusty things here. So yeah, best practice is to put it in the dunk tank for a day or two, and usually those things free up, and then we can be in good shape again. So, you know, check back in a couple days.